Hi, I'm Zana from the Customer Success team, and in this video, I'll show you how to use LoftOS custom modules, one of the most powerful features on our platform. So they let you and your members create tailored content to showcase resources like job listings, funding calls, and so much more. Let's say that you host webinars on your platform and you record them, and you want to create a searchable library where users can revisit those recordings, filter by topic, or even just read key takeaways. Well, let's go ahead and create that library with a custom module. Head into the admin area, click on modules, and start by creating a new custom module. We're going to choose blank here because we want to create one from scratch. And I'm going to give it a fancy name, and I'm going to call mine Knowledge Hub and just save. Now click on the module you created, and once you're inside the module, you'll see a few tabs that help you structure your content. Now let's start with the editor, which is where you'll do most of the setup. At the top, you're going to see a system section, which is the header. This is the face of each entry you'll create within the module. You can enable or disable header elements using these toggles right here, depending on what you want your users to see. All right, so let's build out more of the structure. I'll go ahead and create a new section. I'll choose a blank one, and we're going to come back to these a bit later. I'm going to call it content and topics and just add this here. Now we're going to click on element to add a new attribute. You can also add a form using interactions, but we cover that in another video. On the left hand side, you see a few base attributes, template attributes, and the ones that you have already created. I'm going to choose single choice for now and give it a name, webinar topics. We're just going to add a few topics here and click on add. Now you can do a few things with this attribute, like change the width of this from half to full, mark this as required, edit the name or add a description, and just save it. You can add more attributes to this section just by clicking on element. And I've already created an attribute that I'm going to use as a filter later. So I'm going to add this as well. And there you go. In the next section, let's add a content block. This is great for adding images or free text. You can use this for key takeaways or just speaker bios. Now I want to add another section, and I'm going to choose documents because I also want to upload the presentation that was presented in the webinar. I want to go ahead and add another one. We're going to choose video, and this is where we're going to put up the webinar recording. I'm just going to move this a bit to the top. And lastly, we're going to put up the comment section because I want people to interact with the content and give their feedback. And that's pretty much it. So we're done with the most work. Now we're going to jump into the other tabs. So we have attributes here, the list of attributes that you've already created, and you can also filter the attributes used within this module, which makes it a lot easier. Let's jump into the layout tab. You can upload a header image here and choose the default layout you want users to see when they're browsing entries. Under card, you can actually customize how your entries look at a glance. This includes rearranging of elements, changing the layout, and adding attributes or labels. We go into more detail on layout customization in a separate video. You'll also see an option for header tag. This is helpful when you want to highlight the module name or a key attribute like the webinar topic or language within the view. You can also choose to show just the module, attribute, or both. This can be displayed outside of the module, like in the feed. And that's how you can edit your header tag. Now we're going to jump into settings where you can do basic things like rename your custom module, control who gets to read or write in here, create restrictions based on attributes and labels and other attribute types, and add filters to your custom module for better search. I'm just going to enable these two attributes as filters just so that my users can easily filter content. And there you go. Lastly, let's talk about labels. Labels are tags that only admins can apply to entries like verified or unverified content. For example, I'm going to create a label group and just save it. Now, in settings, you can even restrict visibility so that users only see entries with a certain label on them. For example, showing only verified content in the module. You're just going to enable this toggle right here and you're done. And that's it. Now you've got a fully functional custom module that we're going to quickly test out. So now we're going to create a new entry. I'm just going to add a header image here. We're going to add the title of the webinar, add some description. Now I want to add the recording of the webinar that I'm just going to quickly paste the link off. And you can see a little preview here. And if you scroll down, you can see the attributes that we created. So I'm going to choose the webinar topic and the language that this is in. And you can add content blocks, you can add images or just text only, which could be key takeaways from the webinar. And you can add as much description as you want and just save. So our custom module entry has been created successfully. You can see the comment section where users can just leave their feedback. Now, if I go into Knowledge Hub custom module, I won't be able to see this entry because I still haven't verified it. So as an admin, if I go into the administrator area, I can apply the verified label. So now when I go back into Knowledge Hub, I can actually see the entry there. You can also filter content by language or by webinar topics because these are the filters that we enabled. And that's it. This is how you can let your community easily browse and explore your webinar recordings or any other type of content you choose to showcase. Now, if you want more details, please feel free to check out our knowledge base or reach out to your CSM. Thanks for watching, and until next time.